Hi, I'm Joy, and welcome to Mystic Joy to the World, where we don't read traditional tarot here, but I do open up as a channel and allow messages to come through from spirit, from the universe, from passed on loved ones, whatever type of message that you need to hear right now. I pray that this, and I set the intention that this video finds exactly who it's meant for. It's not meant for everyone. And dear God, dear Spirit, allow me to tune into this energy and bring through whatever message is meant that the collective needs to hear right now. Now, I started this reading at 5:55, so that may be a significant number for you, an angel number. Today, I'm going to be using the Radiant Tarot. I absolutely love this deck. First of all, the cards are just gorgeous. I love the artwork on them. And it's fun to read. And also, look, sunshine. My name is Joy, so of course, of course I love that. So Spirit, what is the message for the collective today? What do you want them to hear or know? Just a second. All right, sorry about that. My daughter just got home, and I heard her shout something. I didn't hear what it was. She said, "Hola, madre." We are not Hispanic. She is Dominican. Okay, there's a message coming through. Dominican, maybe you're West Dominicana. Oh, and here comes my little one. Oh boy. Well, yes, you can. Asking for goldfish. Oh my God. Interesting. And these are golden cards here. All right. Strength, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So it does feel like a very maternal energy coming through, and that may be why I just had two interruptions and interactions with both my girls here. This may be part of the message. And the way you parent, right? It takes a lot of strength. There's going to be interruptions. There's going to be, this is a woman here. It's a fierce lion, but it's a woman's body, right? And she's aligned and she's peaceful, but strong. You're still not going to mess with her. I'm sure we've all heard the phrase mama bear, right? Well, being a mother does take strength, and it takes patience when you get interrupted, when your kids need 8 million things, right? Keeping that aligned center, and this is something that I've personally had to work on a lot over the past year, was maintaining that baseline for them no matter what's going on, because kids, as they're growing up and they're learning how to navigate their emotions, they need that bedrock. They need that solid foundation. They need that strength, that maternal strength to come back to, that the one they know who's going to hold them down. Doesn't matter what's going on, you go to mama and she holds the foundation, right? And mothers have this way, if you notice, this lioness is sitting, which is funny because it's a male lion head on a female body. Interesting. But she is sitting on a lotus. Oh man. Give me just a second. I need to check that out. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Motherhood doesn't wait. Motherhood doesn't wait. And there's something about maintaining that strength and that balance, and being able to pull any situation out of the mud. The lotus blooms from the mud, right? So my daughter just dropped some goldfish. She's playing with her cousin. And it was a huge meltdown, right? And when we react, when there's already strong emotions in the picture, well, that would be like two lions going after each other, right? So you need that balance, right? That very grounded energy. Also with the fire, right? The mother that will protect her children no matter what, no matter the cost, right? And she has the strength of that lion, right? Something's unfolding or transmuting. I'm just noticing in this Queen of Swords, there are butterflies all around her, and that butterflies might be significant because I was just reading a book earlier to my niece, and it's a Spanish-English book. It's just like a bilingual reading. I speak very little Spanish, un poquito español, pero if I was stranded in a Spanish-speaking country, I think I'd be okay. But, you know, we learned mariposa, right, is butterfly. So there are 5 blue butterflies surrounding this Queen of Swords, and she's got this jet black hair. She's like stunningly beautiful, but she means business, almost like this lion card here, right? And it is Leo season is coming up. There's something about the transmutation of taking something and making it beautiful. Mothers have a way of doing that, right? So just like this lotus blooms from, well, here it's coming out of blue water, but typically, you know, from the mud, right? A lotus, the roots or the vines or whatever that grows underneath it goes all the way down into the mud underneath the water. And the butterfly transforms in its chrysalis into something I just got hauntingly beautiful. Maybe you're hauntingly beautiful. And she's got this dark hair, and there's this half black, half white raven sitting on her lap, just perched almost at attention, and her sword is at attention. So there's something smoky. There's a lot of distractions going on. So there's something about maintaining that discipline, regardless of, like, the butterflies are flying around all chaotically. You know, we've had distractions here. No matter what's going on, maintaining that alignment, right? Having the strength to hold your ground, right? She's holding her ground, this Queen of Swords. She is not budging. Whatever she says is law, right? And it's respected. It's respected by the people that are loyal to her, just like this raven here. Doesn't matter black or white. And earlier, you know, in the reading, I mentioned that my daughter is Dominican, right? And so it doesn't matter where we come from or what our background is. What matters is loyalty. What matters is truth. And the Queen of Swords, she's cutting to the truth, and she's standing her ground no matter the chaos. And she does this in such a hauntingly beautiful way. Like, she's terrifying and gorgeous at the same time. And people are like, I don't know, I won't mess with her, but I'm going to follow her. I'm going to stand at attention when she comes by with that sword because A, I don't want to be sliced, and B, she's almost, what's the word I'm looking for here, Spirit? Hypnotizing. She's almost hypnotizing. Like, these butterflies are fluttering around her and she's just locked in. And she almost pulls you into this card with how focused she is. So there's something here about maintaining alignment when there's chaos going on, being that, having that strength, that bedrock, that foundation. And we also, what popped out was the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands, I don't look up all, you know, I interpret these cards intuitively, but 7 of Wands wants to get read, so we're going to read it. Smokey the cat is having some playful fun over here. Now, he is a year old, and I did notice when he went from being a kitten to an adult cat, he slowed down a bit. He didn't play as much. Of course, not playful like the kitten. But there's something about You can allow room for playfulness while still maintaining the strength and the boundaries and loyalty to what you know is good for your subjects, right? Like I would trust her judgment. She is fair. She is intelligent, right? She's not distracted by the butterflies, but she's not slicing them out of the air. She's not nasty. She's not like a ruler that doesn't want to have any fun. She's allowing these beautiful butterflies to just, you know, surround her. There's something about that. Okay. Allowing the childlike fun. Maybe that's a message for you. Maybe either if you have kids, don't allow yourself to be frustrated by the chaos. Just hold your ground. Hold those boundaries. Be strong. But allow your children to express themselves, or maybe allow your inner child to come out and express himself and know when to turn it on, when to turn it off, right? So there's a time for business, there's a time for don't round, right? But there's also a time to enjoy the butterflies. There's this beautiful maternal space that can hold room for both sides, right? We are nurturers, but we're also fierce as women, you know? Or this is just maybe the strong female energy. Maybe this is a call to recognize the strength in your perspective around what it means to be a strong woman. Maybe the way you've been looking at it was very cut and dry, and Spirit is trying to come through to tell you, hey, you can have both. You can embrace that maternal strength while also having fun and relaxing and enjoying the butterflies. Okay, 7 of Wands. Valiant assertion. To fend off those who would attack, laughter is your strongest staff. The meaning of this card is perseverance, courage, triumph, and defense. The 7 of Wands in many ways blends the conflict of the 5 and the victory of the 6. You have battled to get where you are, and you stand triumphant, yet your feats and accomplishments put you in an enviable position, and people do envy you. At your darkest, you might envy others and feel despair from self-doubt, but the 7 of Wands affirms you are right to have confidence and courage and strength, that you should stand your moral ground, firm in your victory. I love it. Okay, so this 7 of Wands, standing firm, right? So we've got all these wands, but we've got this beautiful iris that is blossoming from the center of this eye, right? And this feels like the perfect balanced energy. This is really calling on you to embrace your maternal strength, that feminine flow, while also recognizing that you can have fun. You can allow space for a little excitement. As long as you stay aligned, right, and you're firm in your boundaries, right? The Queen of Swords doesn't round, right? The Lion doesn't round. Excuse my language, but this is, you know, this beautiful flower. It's so gorgeous, and it's blooming. Why? Because it's protected by a stockade of wands, right? So you're triumphant. But it does require that perfect balance between the two. You can't just, and this is something I learned on my motherhood journey. Saying yes is not always the best thing you can do for your child, obviously. Not those two. I heard this one. the Eight of Swords. So it looks like he's trapped, right? You may have felt trapped looking at the butterfly. Oh, and I know as moms, and I'm right there with you, because you're never done learning, right? It's easy to look at what someone else has, whether this is another mom, another woman, someone at your job, someone that you might be envious of, something that someone else has, you know, looking at this butterfly, this bird's looking at this butterfly like, oh, I wish I could be free, but I'm surrounded by these 8 swords, right? Oh, I wish that my kids would behave that way, or I wish I had the resources to have my family that my family could operate that way. You know, you see things on social media, or you see other kids at the park, and just comparison is the thief of joy, right? So he's wishing to be free and to fly away, but these 8 of Swords they're just around him. They're not pinning his wings down. So there's something coming through about recognizing that you, as long as you step into your Queen of Swords energy and stop acting like a trapped bird, you can recognize that you can enjoy these butterflies from your throne. You don't have to get rid of your sword, your protection, right? But you're not trapped. There's nothing keeping him there. He could spread his wings and fly right away from that. And then he could fly with the butterflies, or just enjoy watching them like she is, right? So let's move away from comparison. And maybe when you see something that you want in someone else's experience of life, so you see a car that they have, or the way their children behave, or the resources they have, the finances that they have, and you wish that you had that for yourself, start putting up some boundaries and a framework that allows that to become your experience, you know? But it requires strength, and it requires you aligning. Okay, so I'm seeing someone else maybe someone else gets to take more vacations with their kids. Oh, I wish I could just fly away and be free and go on vacations, but I can't. Well, you offering excuses is you believing that you're still trapped in these swords. Oh, I can't. There's no way. Well, as long as you keep telling yourself that, as long as this bird keeps telling himself that, there's no way I could get out there and fly with a butterfly. There's no way I could go on vacation. There's no way I could, that my kids could change their behavior. There's no way that my financial situation might change. There's no way. Okay, pay attention to what you are speaking into your existence. You're creating an illusion with your own words and your own mindset. So you have the opportunity anytime you want to change this perceived situation by changing the way that you think about it and speak about it, and aligning. Start taking the action, right? So claim the sword instead of being falsely imprisoned by the sword, right? She's like, no, give me that sword. I'm going to call the shots here, okay? This is how things are going to go. This is what I would like in my life, so I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to figure out how to make this happen. I'm going to spread my wings and fly. I'm going to take those swords away that are surrounding me, and I'm going to use them for my own benefit. And that might look different than everyone else, but I'm going to align to what is important to me. I'm going to grow a beautiful flower out of the mud, just like this lotus, and I have the maternal strength to do it. And this is an ongoing process. You see the infinity symbol? It doesn't just happen and then it's done, right? We are always learning and growing. We're always able to reflect on situations in our life where we think we're trapped by swords and we're not, right? And once we claim that sword and we claim our Queen of Swords energy, then we're able to plant a framework a solid framework around which we can grow the beautiful life that we want. But it requires maybe some tough love. Maybe you haven't been able to step into this energy because maybe you're not sure what it is you want, right? And if you're not sure what you want, how can you align to it? Okay. Any other message for the collective? I feel like this might be a short one. That was the Five of Wands. Okay. So the Five of Wands, these are two birds fighting, right? So some people will not like these boundaries. They will not like what you are trying to do because change can be difficult. It can be uncomfortable. And if someone else is not on the same journey as you are, or progressing their life, or trying to grow as a person, or maybe this could be a partner. Maybe you guys differ in how you view raising children, or different topics, school, their education, religion, politics, whatever it is. If it's at work, maybe how something should be being done. And maybe the boss has one idea and you have a different idea, and this is causing some strife, right? Maybe this is your kids. What? Mom's putting her foot down? What? She's never done that before. Yeah, well, you're going to get a little backlash, but that's okay. That's okay, because they'll fight it out. And if you notice, this green bird here is rising above, and the other one's just trying to pick at him. But he already has the high ground. Spirit, what is the recommendation moving forward for how to establish these boundaries in a really in a way that doesn't cause so much backlash? What's the best way for them? Oh, the Tower. Okay. Well, just rip the Band-Aid off. That's what I just heard. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Okay. Well, it's funny. I heard an expression one time. The worst decision you can make is no decision, because if you make a decision and you make the wrong one, you will realize it that much faster and be able to turn that train around and go the other way. So the Tower, the advice is, okay, there might be bickering. People might not be happy if you put your foot down or you start aligning to okay, this is how we're going to do things, so that we can step into the Queen of Swords energy and be able to have that balance, and be able to then blossom, right, into this beautiful, strong, maternal energy. But yeah, it might bring some towers, and that's okay. There's a crown in this Tower card. There's a crown falling here with a lot of shredded paper. So it's like this Queen of Swords, right? The towers are going to happen to try to keep you from putting that crown back up on your head, right? And sometimes it feels, and if you have kids, I know you're tracking with me here, sometimes it feels like the plans that you made, see all this paper that's just half of it's burnt, someone's on fire, it's just pouring out of the tower, right? Along with the crown. And it feels like everything's crumbling. It feels like the plans just go out the window sometimes. And that's part of being resilient as a mother, or for those of you that maybe are not mothers yet, that maternal energy of like that divine feminine essence, right? We wear the crown, right? And we should be treated as such, and we act as such. And when you want to better yourself, you will be met with opposition. This is just how the universe works. And there will be people that will do everything in their power to try and rip that crown off of your head when they see you putting up boundaries and trying to claim your divine feminine energy. So sometimes when the plans go out the window or it goes up in flames, just remember that the pen is in your hand. The pen is always in your hand, and you can always rewrite a new plan. And a crown is metal. It doesn't catch on fire. You can always pick it back up and put it back up on your head and build another tower. Build another tower in which beautiful things can grow. Nice, strong, solid foundations, blockades, you know. Okay. Who wants this tower? I don't really want to go down that road, Spirit. I heard you need to tell them. I don't like, I have heard some tarot readers, and it seems like they often end up, that one wants to come out, 10 of Cups. Okay, fulfillment. That's what you have to look forward to. The 10 of Cups is like, oh, emotional fulfillment. And look, this bird that was once trapped, half black, half white, half black, half white, you know? First, the bird thinks it's trapped. It realizes, oh wait, I can get out, right? I can take the sword. All of a sudden, the bird is free. Once you step into that Queen of Swords energy, and then the bird can transform. Pure white, emotional fulfillment. This is not a race thing. Please don't twist my words here. White is like the essence of divine love, right? The dove represents purity and freedom. Look at it, spreading its wings. And there's all these little specks of white that are surrounding this bird, like magical fairy dust. Of course. This is mystic joy to the world. Of course I'm going to bring a little magic in here. And there's actually the white fairy dust, I'm going to call it, rising from all the cups. Or maybe this dove is sharing this transformation with others to then drink from the cups, to then show them. And this is what we do as moms. It takes a village, right? It takes a village to raise children. And this is something that I think as a society, or at least here in the US, in certain areas, it's very isolating to be a mother, because there is a lot of comparison, and there's a lot of there's gaps, I think, in how wisdom is being passed down. Excuse me. And so this, I feel, is calling you to go ahead and have the strength to align, right? To put your foot down, to claim that sword and claim the balance of that fierceness, that maternal fierceness, that fire, as well as the beauty and the serenity and, the softness of the feminine. Don't worry about the towers coming up against you, because you stick with it. You put that crown back up on your head. You rewrite the plans if you need to. And then you transform. Just like a butterfly transforms. You transform into this fresh, white, pure dove, right? Able to, so white, right? If we think of also like someone with white hair, right? It's a sign of wisdom, and showering the wisdom with anyone else, all these other moms that you can share your wisdom with, and they can drink from that cup also. And on these cups are the lotus flowers. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, that is your reading. Thanks for joining me. I know it's been like every other day. Yesterday, I had a whole reading done for you as 45 minutes, and the video got deleted. So, I guess that was meant to be a personal reading for me. It wasn't meant to be shared. But I look forward to bringing you guys another reading tomorrow. Subscribe if you're not already. Like, share, chat in the comments. This is very different. I haven't done like a pretty exclusive mom reading, and I love that because I'm a mom, and I left my career and started my own business to help moms navigate motherhood. I wanted to create what I wish existed, and I wish there was, more guidance and more open communication and, bonding over empowering ways that we can embrace our journey of motherhood, rather than like complaining or tearing each other down or being stuck in this I wish I had energy, So I love that I got to tap into your energy today and share this message with you. And I would love to hear in the comments, if you are a mother, what your experience has been like, and if this resonated with you. Let me know. And until next time, peace out, world.